From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, why AR Rahman tried to be an opportunist and why I think he needs to be called out absolutely clearly. And at 9 o'clock this evening, ladies and gentlemen, progress for the people. There's no point saying that we have 7-8% growth if people are treated in the way they do, if people die in the way they do in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, we must call out AR Rahman's opportunism. Love his music, but his attempt to make a political statement not grounded in any reality has to be called out. He can't be allowed to get away by issuing a clarification, one in which he tries to again appear to be holier than thou. The fact is that he has made comments with a clear intention to play to the gallery and play to a certain gallery. He says that he's not getting enough work because of a power shift that has happened in the last 8 years. And he feels things have changed. He says there is prejudice that he is facing while working in the cinema industry because there has been a power shift in the last 8 years and people who are not creative have the power now. He has also said it is likely that what is happening in India is a communal thing. Mind it, ladies and gentlemen, he's speaking to some South Asian service of the British Boring Broadcasting Corporation. And the BBC will love it. They will love an Indian who comes and attacks, abuses, criticizes India. They will love it because that's their whole intention, that's their whole purpose, that's their entire politics. My question is, AR Rahman, what has India not given you? Where have you been excluded? Where have you been made to feel that you have not got glory in your country? Because you're a Muslim. Because your clear intention is this. You've said there's a power shift in India, which is why things have changed. The reality is, what power shift are you talking about? Are you saying that because the BJP came to power, you're not doing as well? In that case, you should introspect. There's no point now saying that India is your inspiration, my teacher, your home, and you've tried to give a lecture to India on pluralism. You don't have to do that. The fact is, why did you go to a South Asian podcaster on the BBC and say that the film Chava is divisive? Which part of Chava did you find divisive? You want to know the reality. AR Rahman, you found it divisive because the aggressor, the villain was Muslim. And the person who fought back, the person who defended what is right was a Hindu. The problem is, AR Rahman, you do not like a negative character being Muslim and a positive, heroic character being Hindu. You call that divisiveness. We must twist it and turn the tables and ask people like AR Rahman that, Mr. AR Rahman, would you have been happy if the villain had been, whether from a historical non-fiction piece or anywhere, if the villain had been a Hindu and the victim, the person valiantly fighting back, the braveheart, had been a Muslim? You would have never called the film divisive. The problem is with your approach and your thinking. It is your mindset, AR Rahman. Despite everything the country has given you, it is your mindset which is divisive. You need to heal your mindset. You need to work on your thinking. You need to introspect. You don't need to clarify. You need to apologize. I wonder if AR Rahman, ladies and gentlemen, would have gone on the BBC and spoken about the grooming gangs of London. What did AR Rahman have to say when he had that interview to talk about how 200 Sikhs rescued a teenager who was gang raped by Pakistani grooming gangs in London? Will he talk about that? No. Because the audience that AR Rahman wants to play to will not like what he says. They will not like AR Rahman talking to the BBC about the grooming gangs of London. Why does AR Rahman not show the mirror to the UK on how 200 members of the Sikh community chanted Jo Bole So Nihal, Sat Sri Akal, to rescue a 16-year-old girl held captive by a man in his late 30s? The Pakistani grooming gangs in the United Kingdom have been at the core of systemic sexual abuse of children for decades. Does AR Rahman have the guts to talk about it to the BBC? I can bet you he does not have the courage to talk about it. He wants to be politically correct and try to use expressions to criticize country, talk about the lack of multiculturalism in India. Multiculturalism in India. AR Rahman, do you even know what you're talking about? Have you ever wondered how much this country has given you? You talk about the absence of opportunities, to talk about divisiveness in the Indian cinema industry. All the three top stars, male, in the Indian cinema industry, who are now 60 plus, have all been Muslim. And you say that in India we don't give opportunities, that there is divisiveness. You use this phraseology, you make these hints. Why do you talk like that? Why do you talk like that, AR Rahman? Because you think that some people in the UK will give you an applause. You think these are politically correct terms. You think that you have a lot to gain by representing yourself, by presenting yourself as some kind of a victim of prejudice in India. Where have you been a victim? Over the last 3 decades, where have you been a victim? Where has anyone come and told you, no, we will not come to your performance because you're a Muslim? We need to ask AR Rahman, ladies and gentlemen, whether he accepts that he's being an utter and absolute hypocrite. AR Rahman has been the voice of the most iconic rendition of Vande Mataram. Today, the nation must ask AR Rahman, and I didn't want to do this, but I'm asking him, will AR Rahman take on the radical Muslim voices in India who refuse to acknowledge Vande Mataram, sing Vande Mataram, stand up when Vande Mataram is played, refuse to accept the national song of India and call it Communal? Have I ever heard AR Rahman speak once against those communal characters, those radical elements who abuse and attack Vande Mataram? No, he won't. Because the fact is, AR Rahman wants to be a global voice. And he feels that by appealing to the woke crowd, he will have a better opportunity at being a global voice. Ladies and gentlemen, not much needs to be said about this. But I want to ask you, AR Rahman, why did you compose the track of Chava if you found it divisive? Who composed the track? Who took the money? Did you take the money? And now you go and say that this film was divisive, that you did not agree with it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want AR Rahman to give one example where the people of India boycotted a movie because the music composer was a Muslim. I really think that AR Rahman has to give us at least one example where Muslim singers, lyricists, directors, orchestras are denied collaboration due to the composer's religion. It is easy, AR Rahman, to go and say these things about your own country, the country that gave you everything. Because today you want to appeal to a British audience. Well, AR Rahman, ask yourself today, what is happening in the United Kingdom? Why has the far right emerged in the United Kingdom? Why is the Reform Party becoming so strong in the United Kingdom? Why are grooming gangs being allowed to sexually abuse young girls in the United Kingdom? Why don't you, AR Rahman, make the grooming gangs of the United Kingdom your #1 agenda? Would you be able to do that, or would you play safe there, AR Rahman? The fact is, if he says that there is a power shift, which power shift is he talking about? Which religious prejudice is he talking about? And having made such grave allegations, he cannot get away by saying that he did not wish to cause pain. Yeah, Rahman, the people of the country are very forgiving. You have not caused them pain. Rather, I would say, A.R. Rahman, the people of the country have a sense of disbelief at the manner in which you made these comments. You need to do much more than clarify. Clarification rejected. Let's debate.
Yeah, we are a free country, and it's very, very important to have the sense of freedom. I think we are the best country in the world in a way, not because of money or infrastructure or anything, because we have the freedom and we have joy in simple things. Yeah. We find joy in simple things.
This was celebrated music composer AR Rahman in conversation with Arnab Goswami on The Nation Wants to Know in September 2017. An artist who has often spoken about his deep emotional and cultural connection with India, its people, its spirit and its identity.
सर्वश्रेष्ठ संगीत निर्देशन का पुरस्कार जाता है AR रहमान को।
Under the Modi government, AR Rahman has been honored with multiple national awards, winning Best Music Director for record-breaking albums in 2017, and again in 2022. But strangely, 3 years later, the global composer has hinted at communal bias in the industry. In an interview last week, Rahman said he's not as busy. He blamed non-creative people, adding it could be a communal thing. Rahman suggested that a possible communal factor may explain why he received significantly fewer offers from Hindi cinema over the last 8 years. The video emerged on Sunday. It seemed to be a clarification.
I understand that intentions can sometimes be misunderstood. But my purpose has always been to uplift, honor, and serve through music. I have never wished to cause pain, and I hope my sincerity is felt. I feel blessed to be Indian, which enables to create a space which always allows freedom of expression and celebrates multicultural voices. From nurturing Jala, presented at the Wave Summit in front of the Honorable Prime Minister and Ruhinur, to collaborating with the young Naga musicians to create a string orchestra, to mentoring the Sunshine Orchestra, also building Secret Mountain, India's first multicultural virtual band, and the honor of scoring Ramayana alongside Hans Zimmer. Each journey has strengthened my purpose. I remain grateful to this nation and committed to music that honors the past, celebrates the present, and inspires the future. Jai Hind and Jai Hind.
As the debate intensified, Rahman's daughters broke their silence, publicly backing their father. Both reposted a social media note from Malayalam composer Kailas Menon supporting Rahman, backing his freedom of speech. Amir, Shah Rukh, and now Rahman. Over the years, a consistent attempt has been made to claim communalism. Is there any truth to it? Or are they playing victim?
Mukesh Khanna ji veteran actor Advaita Kala, YG Madhuvanti ji, who's an actor and also from the BJP, Sadhvi Jaya Bharti, Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, political analyst, he's pro-DMK usually, Shoaib Hussain Chaudhary, who's from Bollywood, Syed Asad Abbas, well-known political analyst. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open up interactivity on this one. Now, Mukesh Khanna ji, AR Rahman says that the film Chava, for which he composed music, is a divisive movie. A movie that divides people, which cashes in on divisiveness. This is a movie that depicts Hindu history, Maratha history. But AR Rahman says it's a very divisive film. He doesn't think that Jodha Akbar is a divisive film. He composed music for Jodha Akbar also, Azimo Shaan Shehenshah, Azimo Shaan Shehenshah, Khwaja Mere Khwaja, Kun Faya Kun. All Azimo Shaan Shehenshah is fantastic, but a Hindu cannot be a hero. A Muslim has to be the hero. A Hindu has to be the villain. But in Chava, he thinks it's a divisive movie, Mukesh Khanna. Divides the people of India. Your thoughts on this? I want to start with what he said about Chava. Mukesh Khanna, please. Was Chava divisive?
What is the meaning of divisive? I have not yet understood. Why AR Rahman is complaining today, I have not understood. He has पूरी जिंदगी भर हम लोगों ने उसको मान दिया है. We have given him respect, we have given him awards. He has been voted, he has been even in the Oscar award, and we have applauded him. He made a song, Vande Mataram, and called it O Ma Tujhe Salam. We didn't say anything. We should have. A person who is so popular and has eaten everything, every malai, every mithai, every kind of success which he can have for all these years, and suddenly gets up one night and says that Chava was divisive, and आजकल मुझे भी नहीं मालूम है कि लोग क्यों communal हो गए हैं. What is communal? Let me tell you one thing. We have been the most hospitable country for the all religions of the whole world. सब यहाँ पर आकर रहे हैं, सब ने यहाँ पर आके राज किया है, सब ने कुछ लोगों ने लूटा है उसे, फिर भी हमने उनको रहने दिया है. उसमें से अगर कोई आदमी कहता है कि हम डिवाइसिव हैं तो मुझे सरप्राइज लगता है. और ये काम कहते हैं कि इनको काम कम मिल रहा है क्योंकि कुछ लोग जो हैं वो कम्युनल हो गए हैं. सर कम्युनल कौन? सर हमारे प्रोड्यूसर. सर इस इंडस्ट्री में कोई किसी का माई बाप नहीं है, माफ़ करना, मैं देख चुका हूँ. आई हैव बीन हियर फॉर 40 years. यहाँ पर लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ कमर्शियल के लिए लेते हैं. आपको आज अगर काम नहीं मिल रहा है तो प्रोड्यूसर पहले सोचता है कि इतने पैसे से मैं किसको दूँ. अगर रहमान साहब मिलते हैं तो कौन खुश नहीं होगा. तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आया अर्नब जी, what is his point of contention?
I'm not understanding on Chava, but it also reveals something, that because in Chava, you see, the torture of Chhatrapati Shambhaji Maharaj has been shown, right? And the torture was by Aurangzeb, gouging of his eyes, beheading him with an axe. All this thing maybe Rahman did not like. He would not like to show torture done by a Muslim ruler, because maybe he wants Muslim rulers to be seen to be, what is this? What was the song called? Azimo Shaan Shehenshah. Maybe he wanted the soundtrack of Azimo Shaan Shehenshah over Aurangzeb. He wanted that portrayal, because you see, Muslim rulers cannot be seen to be bad. They have to be seen to be soft, pluralistic, patronizing towards Hindus, right? Muslim rulers are benign, benevolent, good. Hindu Brahmins must be shown to be as villains, scheming, cunning, dangerous, Advaita Kala, opportunistic, right? Now he says that these kind of films are divisive. He's saying this now, by the way. He didn't say this when he took money for making the music for this film. And now he wants to make music for Ramayana. I don't know what he wants. What does he want, Advaita Kala? I think he wants to be woke.
Yeah, I find him confused. Arnabji, I'm finding him today confused. He's not getting films. Even Mukesh Khanna is not getting films, but I never said that there people. If I'm good, they will take me. If I'm not, if I'm affordable, they will take me. This industry is, किसी का माई बाप नहीं है. रहमान साहब आज अगर आपको कोई काम नहीं देता तो वो इसलिए नहीं देता कि उसकी फिल्म में आप फिट नहीं बैठते.
ये कह रहे पावर शिफ्ट हो गई है. ये कह रहे हैं.
Why wouldn't I like to take you?
नहीं. ये
अरे सर गलत है सर.
There's a power shift.
औरंगजेब ने टॉर्चर नहीं किया, ये बोलना भी गलत है ना. पावर शिफ्ट क्या होता है?
पावर शिफ्ट 8 years. पावर शिफ्ट क्या है? बीजेपी has come to power. Maybe he was more happy in a Congress time. उनको अच्छा लगा होगा. I don't know. Advaita, what is he hinting about a power shift?
I have a mixed opinion on what he said. I think part of it is relevant. The fact that the corporatization of the film industry has been such that a lot of people who are basically the suits in a boardroom are taking creative decisions.
No, but he said it's a communal thing.
So
he said it's a communal thing.
That aspect. He also said the communal part.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me address the communal part now. I think it's tragic when somebody of his stature, his iconic stature, really. I don't think that in the last 30, 40 years, we've had a music director rise to the heights of such celebrity nationally and internationally, not just domestically, be acknowledged by the film industry, be acknowledged by the government, by international film bodies like the Oscars. I mean, it's been an incredible run. I think for AR Rahman now to dip his hand into this victimhood jar is kind of pathetic because he is powerful. He has power. He's really expensive. He chooses his projects. We've always heard that he gets to choose what he wants to work
But he's become very radical. He's become very radical. You see, I'll tell you why I'm saying
to disagree on that.
No, 1 minute. Asad, I'll come to you. Everyone's on. Let's go to Shoaib Hussain Chaudhary. Let's understand why I call this radicalization. See, the problem with people like AR Rahman is that he wants a world where Hindus are shown to be villains and Muslims are shown to be benign. Now, that is not possible. For example, Shoaib Hussain Chaudhary, the Muslim radicalized hate-monger Aurangzeb, ordered the execution of Sikh Guru Tegh Bahadur by beheading in 1675, tortured his colleagues to death, right? And why? Because the Guru refused to accept Aurangzeb's demand that he convert to Islam. Now, these are historical realities, Madhuvanti. Aurangzeb wanted all these people to convert to Islam. Now, I can't change that. You find it offensive. Now, I have historical records. Chhatrapati Shambhaji Maharaj was tortured by Aurangzeb for 40 days and forced to accept Islam. But as a proud Hindu, Chhatrapati Shambhaji Maharaj said, I will die, I will not convert from Hinduism to Islam. The whole basis of the torture of Chhatrapati Shambhaji Maharaj is religion. Radicalized Islam. A radicalized version of Islam. And it is, I don't know what is wrong in making a movie about it. You go to some fellow with a Yorkshire accent who has never been to India. Huh?
Why not, in fact? It's a history and it must be shown.
Yes.
And why not the
Sadhvi
cinema?
Bharti. Yeah. Yes, go on, Sadhvi Jaya.
Arnab, I want to say, I do agree with Advait Kala that it is pathetic for stoop so low as he has just done with his statement. But I'll tell you that it is not only, stooping low, it's kind of a veil uplifting from the kind of facade these people carry, because they are aligned with the fact that, there is a power shift, because everybody was used to people like Dawood controlling the Bollywood. We all know about it. and they are the ones who align with those of Aurangzeb mandate, and they would wish that the reality of atrocities were not done. We've seen Bollywood movies being made
now the
on
RSS
showing
and BJP
Brahmins,
has taken
as the
seat of Daud.
aggressors
They
and
have
the
replaced Daud.
Sir, I did not intervene when others were talking. I think you would have the necessary courtesy of listening to the co-panelists.
How do you say
have
power
the necessary courtesy, please. You will have your turn. Have the necessary courtesy.
No, we should have an open debate on this. This is too much. This is too much. You will say the country is communal, your industry is communal, you will make any comment you want.
Brahmins were shown as aggressors. Vaishyas were shown as misers. You were very okay with that. Now, because the realities are coming up, you people want to map that out. Please talk on facts. Everybody has been watching movies. You're not making and playing them in the jungle. We are watching movies and we know what kind of movies have been made.
There are two kinds of people who are being avoided in the film industry.
What kind of people? The people who maybe and not maybe, they are very expensive or not working hard enough are avoided.
What Mr. Rahman
the
said,
people who've been aligned with Pakistan or Dubai might be avoided.
Muslims, which is a fact that I work in this industry, I know for sure.
Pull up your game to be accepted. Don't play victim. Pull up your game to be accepted.
I think it becomes...
Why should I listen to you when you are interrupting me?
And these are the people who are anti-Narendra Modi and anti-government policies. These are the two kind of people who are being avoided here.
On Kashmir, movies on West Bengal are being made.
A lot of Hindus also.
You have the problem because we are honoring our armed
forces. So those are the people who will benefit the BJP and the kind of films that are being
made. And you have a problem because it should only benefit Dawood Ibrahim and Pakistan. What do you want it to have cinema to benefit not India but Pakistan, Dubai and Dawood Ibrahim? What exactly are you looking up to, sir?
Yeah. What are you looking up to? I mean, the fact is, let me go on this point because I can teach AR Rahman a thing or two about history. I think he knows about music, but he doesn't know about the country's history. And my advice to you, AR Rahman, is that you should not talk about... AR Rahman should not talk about something he doesn't know anything about. The fact is this, that it is a very ugly reality. The way Aurangzeb behaved, the way the Mughals behaved, the kind of jizya tax they took, the way they killed people, the way they destroyed temples. And AR Rahman says that this is divisive. I know for a fact, Harish Muhammad Ibrahim, that Aurangzeb stopped Hindus from constructing new temples and then stopped them from reconstructing old temples. He banned Diwali, Durga Puja. He, by the way, even banned Muharram, Shia festival. किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हो आप? अभी 350 साल बाद AR रहमान को औरंगजेब के डिफेंस इनडायरेक्टली करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Shoaib Hussain Chaudhary, this is a stupid comment by AR Rahman that Chava is a divisive film. Do you understand?
Chava is a historic movie.
अच्छा आपको
not only Chava, all major films that have been supported by the government have been divisive films. And the world knows about it.
Oh my God. What do you want us to make on Islamabad?
What is divisive?
When a film like a Kerala story, which we debated on your channel, and the producer said that it is based on the fact, and then one day they gave a submission in the court that there was a fictitious story, it goes up to earn a national award.
Whoever this gentleman is,
I think that, I don't know.
Don't use this TV debate to play up to a lobby, sir.
I think that Rahman has got into politics and into a political line of thinking. By the way, someone told me AR Rahman was born a Hindu, that he converted to Islam at 23. Everybody has a right to convert. I have no problems if that is the case. I don't know what is the truth. But now, let me push it a little bit. I think Kashmir Files is a great film because it shows what the radical Muslims did to Kashmiri Hindus. Has AR Rahman ever spoken about Kashmiri Hindus? Has he praised Kashmir Files? Has he praised Udaipur Files? Because some Islamic radicals beheaded a tailor called Kanhaiya Lal Sahu in Udaipur. सच्चाई दिखाने में एक मिनट अर्नब सच्चाई दिखाने के लिए हिम्मत की जरूरत होती है हरीश. 1 मिनट अभी सच्चाई दिखाई जाए तो कहेंगे डिवाइसिव. एक मिनट
कश्मीर फाइल सच्चाई है क्या? सच्चाई आपको मेरठ में नहीं नजर आई, भागलपुर में नजर नहीं आती, नेले राइस में नजर नहीं आती,
आपको
क्या है ये?
किश्तवाड़ में आई थी. आपको डिवाइसिव बोल रहा है, बोलिए, हमें फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
पहलगाम में दिखा था आपको डिवाइसिवनेस?
जहां मेजॉरिटी है वहां ये
पहलगाम में दिखी थी डिवाइसिवनेस।
का बार-बार आप ढोल बजाते रहेंगे तो मेरठ में जो हुआ उसका उसकी बात कौन करेगा?
मुजफ्फरनगर में जो हुआ वो याद है आपको?
Maliana and Hashimpura where
मुजफ्फरनगर में जो
killed by the cops in broad daylight and the court said nobody has killed them. They were all set free.
मुजफ्फरनगर में जानकारी है, पहलगाम की जानकारी है।
हाँ, 40,000 मुसलमान तंबुओं के अंदर रहते हैं आज भी 40,000 मुसलमान मुजफ्फरनगर में तंबुओं में रहते हैं। There were hundreds and thousands of women who were raped. आपको कोई जानकारी नहीं है बिकॉज आप साध्वी हैं। आपको जंगलों में तब करना चाहिए। आप
वेस्ट बंगाल में हुआ था उसमें कोई दिक्कत है आपको? संदेश
आपको जानकारी नहीं है? मुजफ्फरनगर
I'll tell you,
वहाँ 40,000 लोग तंबुओं में रहते हैं।
No, this is very convenient. I'll tell you, this is very convenient, Sadhvi Jaya Bharti. This is 1 minute. I want to make a point. I want to make a point. You see, I want. Listen, Shoaib Hussain. I have no problem with actors who do acting. Actors who want to make political comments should know what they are talking about. That's my only, and if you don't know, ज़्यादा एक्टिंग करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, you don't know. आपको लाइन्स मिलते हैं, लाइन्स पढ़ते हो, एक्टिंग करते हो, ठीक है. अब ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा पॉलिटिक्स में आएंगे तो पॉलिटिकल डिबेट शुरू होगी. फिर मत बोलिए वी आर एक्टर्स, हमको इन सब से क्या लेना देना है जी. आपको है, आपको चीप पॉपुलैरिटी की जरूरत है.
बिना राजनीति के चलता है. आप जो डिबेट चला रहे हैं वो बिना पॉलिटिक्स के चला रहे हैं.
तो मैं तो जर्नलिज्म कर रहा हूँ ना, मैं एक्टिंग नहीं कर रहा. मुझे तो पता है, मैं तो ओपनली डिबेट कर रहा हूँ. नाउ माय क्वेश्चन इज टू हरीश. See, देखो हरीश,
we are talking about what Rahman said on the communalization of the film industry.
What communalization?
We are talking about the mindset behind it. We are talking about the mindset that Rahman is
What communalization, bhai? Listen to me. Today, listen, Shoaib, listen. Today, all the three actors, everyone on, all the three actors, okay, who have dominated Bollywood, the three Khans are 60 plus. So abhi they can't dance with 20 plus actresses, so they will get less work. Abhi aap bologe ki 60 plus actors ko kaam nahi mil raha hai because of a communal situation. No, unki abhi umar ho gayi hai. Do you understand? It will look bad. No, I am not out against older. They will get roles as grandfathers or something. No. 1 minute. अब ठीक है, okay, like fine, yeah, you will still show fake six-pack abs and try and do a film, but the fact is that you're 60 plus. You can't complain. Now, over the last 20 years, while these three managed Bollywood, a country with 80% plus Hindu population, the three biggest stars were Muslim. कहाँ communal है भाई? Don't lie.
उनकी पॉलिसी से एग्री नहीं करते.
Arnab, can I come?
No, 1 minute. I'll let you come. One second. I want AR Rahman to say that Muslim radicals who speak against Vande Mataram, right? अगर उनको शौक आ गया अभी कि अभी मेरे को ना I have to make political comments. Okay, fine. AR Rahman, very good. I want your first political comment to be against Asaduddin Owaisi, who refuses to chant or sing Vande Mataram or stand up when Vande Mataram is being played or show respect to the national song. अरे भाई आपने इसका सबसे famous rendition दिया. You must have made a lot of money on it.
I'd like to.
No, 1 minute. I'd like to. I'm not in a Monday mood for I'd like to. Syed, the fact of the matter is, has he made money with his rendition of Vande Mataram? तो politics करने की जरूरत है और शौक आ गई है अभी. तो आप ओवैसी के take on करो. नहीं.
Arnab,
what Arnab?
India, a beautiful Bharat. India.
No, don't give me those Graceland comments. Come to the point. This is not a rock concert.
The only reason is legends like AR Rahman. And AR Rahman does not need any certificate of patriotism from any of you on the panel. This man has won Oscar award for India.
I also, this country does not need a certificate of pluralism. If he is saying the country is communal, yeah, then let him return all the awards that he has got. अगर award वापसी mindset आ गई है, don't do an Amir Khan out here. Don't do an Amir Khan.
Awards with his merit, with his talent, with his determination, with his hard work, and absolutely
then why then he should
has a
get
right
more
to
job
take
on the
away.
talent and skill only. Now why is he calling the power shift? Was he getting job because of some other powers in Bollywood?
So please do not interrupt, ma'am. I did not
No,
interrupt you.
just but talk facts. No, just don't say anything.
I am talking facts.
Talk facts. Talk reasonable.
Now hear me out.
Be reasonable. So he is not, he was getting work not because of skills earlier. He was getting because of another power lobby. Now because the power lobby has changed, so he's not getting work. So there's no skill, there's no talent, there's no recognition. What are you talking about? Even just draw parallel to your own argument.
Therefore, don't give these jargons out here.
You're not talking logic. Defend on the basis of
does
facts.
not need anything from you. Ma'am, he does not need
And
any
who
sense.
needs? What has he given or what have you
So
given?
therefore,
What that
please
we
keep
need?
your opinion
We are
to
debating
yourself.
here. We are
If
not
AR
even
Rahman
offering
has made a
anything to him. Don't
statement
worry. He is not
as an
worth
artist,
that.
and he has
Isn't
clarified on the
worth
same
that
front.
we're going to give or
The
offer
man has
something to him.
clarified.
He must have got good from
Interrupting on the
BBC
debate
also.
shows your level
What
of
he needs
debate,
is from
ma'am. I
BBC.
did
What
not
he needs is
interrupt
from
you.
the
Can you
whole
kindly allow me
ecosystem.
30
I
seconds
don't
to
think
make
he
my
needs
point?
anything from us or either
Ma'am,
we are
today,
offering either.
if
Don't
India
worry
is a
about
soft power, is thanks to Allah Rakha Rahman. This man has
that.
cumulatively done so many awards for the country
Okay.
than your experience, ma'am. Multiply your experience by 10.
And he's not
That is
getting
AR
job
Rahman.
because I have played to the
Also,
lobby.
let me tell you, and AR
And why is he
Rahman,
not getting
what
work
he has
now?
done for the country,
Why is he
you
not
can
getting
never
work
even
now?
imagine in your life.
If-
You cannot even
okay,
dream
why
what
is
this
he
man
not
has
getting
done for the
work
country.
now?
So
Because the
therefore,
skill
painting
and-
this into
Okay, I say this. AR Rahman, I can also accuse AR Rahman of milking nationalism. See one point here. Abhi सीधी बात करेंगे हम. AR Rahman, how many albums has he sold of his rendition of Vande Mataram? One. How much royalty does he get? How many streams of it go on Spotify? Right? What is the net worth that he has got? Right? How much of that net worth has come from Indians? If we are a divisive people with a divisive leadership, divisive mindset, बहुत हो गया. नहीं, 1 minute. You can't play it both ways. अरे भारत में रहना है तो नेशनलिस्ट होना होगा. Yeah, what is this? I am asking you.
Yes, we all are here to give them a certificate. The entire world knows that we are run by divisive people today.
Okay, so if we are a divisive people, bad people, that you and AR Rahman think we are so divisive, then stop making money on your Vande Mataram rendition. एक divisive country में आप वंदे मातरम को भी divisive कहोगे. If you want to take on people, then take on the people who call Vande Mataram divisive. See, you can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you can't do business. You can't do business on the national song. You can't do business on a rendition of the national song that Owaisi refuses to accept. Keep that down. Let's go to Harish Mohammad Ibrahim with Madhuvanti on the debate, please, tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, clarification rejected.
What the fact is, this is a national newspaper and this proves what Mr. Rahman has said.
Put that down. Put the rag down. Put the rag down. He's shouting, put him on air. We got Nasir Abdullah, we got Harish
Based
Mohammad
on a
Ibrahim.
Muslim hero, and it was awarded by the Ministry of Information Broadcasting.
Okay. One second. Let's talk facts.
So that's the fact.
Here.
What
on
Mr.
the back
Rahman
foot, unable to react. Unable to react. We have Nasir Abdullah.
Grievance economy. Arnab, the grievance economy has to really stop. I mean, Shah Rukh Khan got a national award for the first time in his career during the government of this so-called extremely divisive government. This grievance economy is funding so many people now that you see a BBC holding a camera at you and you know the narrative they buy into. So suddenly, a paucity in work is because of communalism. It's not because of any other reason. It's not the fact that you are working on the most expensive film in the country at the present time.
If AR Rahman wants to talk about social causes, Advaita, today Pakistani radicals catch young girls to sexually exploit them. They are called grooming gangs. You are giving an interview to the BBC South Asia service. The systemic sexual exploitation. Thousands of young children are sexually exploited. The majority of the perpetrators are Pakistanis. AR Rahman has an opportunity to talk about it. When he's speaking he should say, I want grooming gangs to be tackled. Just last week, I thought, a 16-year-old girl was held captive and 200 Sikhs came and rescued her. But AR Rahman will not talk about all that because you see, it's going to upset people. Right? It's going to upset, he's going to say, I'm going to lose the Muslim vote. Now, Advaita,
sexually abused by 18 men, up to 18 men in a day. Those are the facts of that case.
But AR Rahman won't talk about it because it is anti-humanity to talk about grooming gangs. But you will say that India is divisive, the industry is divisive. As a country, we have become divisive. Chava is divisive. It's a communal thing that he's not getting enough work. Nasir Abdullah is not getting work because he's a bad actor. Because he does overacting, not because he's a Muslim. You see, Nasir. Now, we also have Harish Muhammad Ibrahim. I'd like to have their take on it because I'm fair, balanced, and absolutely not neutral. Nasir, do you accept this clarification, quote unquote, of AR Rahman?
I haven't heard the clarification. What are you talking? Are you addressing me?
Yeah, who else do you think I'm addressing? AR Rahman, is it?
Okay, obviously. So here's the deal. I want to speak my mind about what he has said, and I agree with Javed Akhtar, who has also made this observation, that it is not true. This is a way that things work. People who are in the business of glamour or artists or singers and dancers and actors. I have been an actor myself, and I still am, but not of the caliber of AR Rahman, but I went through my stuff. I was very, very popular for a long time, and then it all began to dry up for whatever reason. They actually needed fresh faces, and fair enough. You can't have the same guy endorsing iodine and Volini and Asian paints and everything like Amitabh Bachchan does. He's okay. So AR Rahman has two problems here, which may be the reason. One is that he's a very expensive man to work with. So in this day and age, with whatever is available, there are people who can deliver the same goods for half the amount of money, quarter the amount of money, okay? So that is one reason that he may not.
So he's outpriced himself. Why is he calling it a communal thing? He's outpriced himself.
That's because he may, hang on, I'll answer that. He's obviously heard from the wrong sources, or he has jumped to the conclusion maybe, instead of accepting that he's getting outdated, he's under the impression that maybe, and somebody might have brainwashed him into this, that because you're Muslim, this is happening. So he's putting two and two, whatever together, but here is the
But he does these concerts in which people pay a lot of money to go for his concerts. When people go for his concerts, is he trying to say that Hindus don't go for his concerts when he's trying to put this divisive brush out there?
I'm not trying to say anything. Don't put words into my mouth. Ask him, why have you come to this sort of a thinking? What is your evidence? What is your proof? So that is the best way to deal with it.
These people don't need evidence.
We are not in a position. We don't know what he's heard. He must have heard some rumors. He must have heard some rumors.
One minute. Do you remember once? One minute.
I don't think it is the communal angle.
No.
I personally don't think it's the communal angle. Thank you very much. You're always interrupting me. It's okay.
Nasir, see.
Yeah.
Nasir, listen.
Yes.
Shah Rukh Khan said in 2015 there is a great amount of intolerance in the country, extreme intolerance. Shah Rukh Khan has not made a single comment on the grooming gangs in the UK.
He didn't say
I in fact throw a challenge to people like Shah Rukh Khan and Amir Khan and Salman Khan to talk about the grooming gangs in the United Kingdom. They must stop. They must speak about the sexual exploitation of young girls by the Pakistani grooming gangs in the United Kingdom. They won't talk about it. But in 2015, Harish, Amir Khan says that his then wife, Kiran, was talking to him, and he says, I'm so alarmed, and Amir Khan was having a competition with Shah Rukh Khan, I think, that which one of us, you see, because it's a pattern, early November 2015, Shah Rukh Khan says India is intolerant, and end of November 2015, Amir Khan says that Kiran is so worried about the intolerance in India that she says, I fear for our child. Should we move out of India? I'm scared to read the newspapers. The atmosphere is so bad. Indian situation is so bad. Harish, so bad. India is so bad. In fact, there's no difference between Swara Bhaskar and Amir Khan. And today, there's no difference between Swara Bhaskar, Amir Khan and AR Rahman. Constantly complaining about India, Indian society, Indian politics, but not a word about what is happening in other countries. Yeah, Harish? I'm going to call out these people out here. They have never spoken supporting Kashmir files. They never supported Udaipur files.
Can I?
Yeah, you can. If you have something to say, absolutely. Why not?
For sure. And first of all, India celebrated him like anything. There is always a lifespan when there is a demand and supply. And Mr. AR Rahman hasn't got that point very much clear with his statement, is what I have a mixed emotions and mixed opinion on this aspect. Having said that, whether the freedom of speech is entitled to every citizen of this country, and he has said and laid down his opinion, for that you have subject to his criticism on the merits. And I haven't watched the movie, so I can't get into the merits of the movie. But having said that, whether he has been celebrated across India, yes, of course, in regards to his caste, creed, and religion. Accordingly, the Indians have reverberated him as a musician. And when Mr. Ilayaraja was ruling the Tamil industry, Mr. Rahman came and Ilayaraja went back. So now when AR Rahman was ruling, and there is a time for all the business and profession, it has to lifespan of 10 to 15 years. And Mr. AR Rahman has to accept the fact that he has been sidelined because of his profession, on merits of his high paid salary and etc., not on the communal angle, as is can be mistreated or misquoted is what I believe, because his statement on the second statement on the clarification has clearly mentioned that first of all, he doesn't need any kind of validation on his patriotism, because he has done many albums in the stage where he stood for the international arena, for the Indian image. He has upholded the Indian image across the globe. So I don't want to get into the merits, but having said that, whether Mr. AR Rahman has misquoted, yes, of course, he has been misquoted and he is entitled to his opinion, which if you are going to subject on the merits, then please go ahead, but not without the bashing for all the image he has been taken down India on the global stage. Number three.
I'm sorry, but this whole thing of India on the global stage and all, don't exaggerate it. Let me point blank put it out there. That if you're going, he's pushing his own professional career, I have no problem with it. But now, Mukesh Khanna, let's examine the reality out here. The reality is that he is very clearly saying that there's a communal angle to his not getting work in the last 8 years. He knows that the moment he makes a comment like that, the moment he makes a comment like that, it will go viral. He's saying it intentionally. No.
You have made enough topics on
Madhuvanti,
in the Bollywood.
no. He knows it.
And whether you know exactly.
Arnabji, I've been patiently hearing everybody for the past 30 odd minutes. I think I need my space and time to speak right now. AR Rahman was a Hindu. His name was Dilip, and he converted to Islam. He studied in my school. He is my super senior, which is run by a Hindu Brahmin. The first film he made, he did music for, was produced by a Hindu Brahmin, K. Balachandar, directed by a Hindu Brahmin, Mani Ratnam. There was no communal problem. Then Harish Mohammed, kindly shut up. I kept quiet when you spoke. You have to learn to shut up when I speak. I'm only trying to prove certain points here, that there was nothing communal at that point in time.
Why come you have to put every...
Why do you have to talk now? Why is it that you come jumping the minute I say Hindu Brahmin? See, this is your problem. This is your problem.
Harish and Madhuvanti.
What I wanted to point out on national television and expose. The minute I said Hindu Brahmin, you see the way Harish Mohammed pounces. Rahmanji, Arnabji, this is exactly what I wanted to expose on national television. And Harish Mohammed is correctly come and fallen into the net. All I was trying to say was there was no communalism at that point in time. So why talk about communal divisiveness at this point in time? But the minute I say Hindu Brahmin, Harish Mohammed has a problem. This is the problem. This is the huge problem. This is why
the Brahminism doesn't hold any higher authority. You as a Brahmin doesn't hold any supremacy.
You are talking
How much time?
Brahmin doesn't hold any supremacy.
National television.
Just say Hindu.
The minute I said Hindu,
just say Hindu.
Because I spoke facts and I said there is no communalism, but you are trying to create the communal angle. This is exactly the problem with AR Rahman also, Arnabji. This is what I wanted to prove, and I have proven it on national television. And Harish Mohammed fell prey to it.
Just say Hindu. Don't hold your supremacy.
Why should I say that? Why should I not say Hindu Brahmin?
Then if
What is
you
your
are
problem if I say Brahmin? Why should I not say Hindu Brahmin? What is your problem? What is your problem if I say Hindu Brahmin? They are Hindu Brahmins. I have no problem. Shambhaji Maharaj was a Hindu
Then who
Brahmin.
is MBC?
Aurangzeb
Then
was
who
a
is
Muslim.
OBC?
He was
Then
not
who
a
is
Shia.
SC?
So
Then
what?
who is SC?
So what?
Who is
So
MBC?
what? I will
Who is
say Hindu
OBC?
Brahmin. You
Who
have
is
a problem,
SC?
deal with it.
Who is SC?
I will say Hindu
Whether-
Brahmin. You
whether
cannot
you
stop
call-
me
whether
from
you
saying
call
Hindu
SC
Brahmin. I
Hindu,
will say Hindu Brahmin.
whether you call
You
Hindu
can say
SC,
Hindu Dalit.
whether SC
You will say
Hindu.
Hindu Mudaliyar.
Who
You
is
will say
Dalit?
Muslim
Who is
Shia.
Dalit
You
then?
will say Muslim
Don't
Sunni.
hold
You
your
will say
supremacy
Catholic. You will
back.
say Protestant. But I
Keep
can't
away-
say Hindu
keep
Brahmin.
away your supremacy.
How dare
Keep
you
away
try to
your-
stop me from saying
How
what I want
dare
to say?
you say? How
That is
dare
my
you say the
identity.
other
I am a
Hindu-
Hindu Brahmin.
Harish.
My grandmother
How
was a
dare you
Hindu
say-
Brahmin who ran the school.
Don't
K.
segregate
Balachandran was a
violence.
Hindu Brahmin.
These kind of
Mani Ratnam
criticism
was a
is what
Hindu
Mr.
Brahmin.
A.R.
So
Rahman
what?
is speaking.
So what?
Even in
A.R.
Hinduism,
Rahman
she is
himself is
putting
a
a
Hindu
tag
convert
called
into Muslim.
Brahminism
So
and
what?
having an alienation.
So what?
But
This
she's
is
not
what
passing any
Mr. A.R.
judgment.
Rahman-
She's not
this is
passing
what
any
Mr.
judgment.
A.R. Rahman
Mukesh
is speaking.
Khanna, I want to go to you for a last word. She's not passing any judgment. I think we've created a false sense of iconoclasm around people like AR Rahman. Mukesh Khanna, I want you to give you a last word. My view is that, if you're not interested in politics, don't comment on it. But now there's a shoot and scoot culture. Hit and run. You make a comment and then issue an apology after you get a backlash. It's become very convenient. People are not going to take it anymore. Hypocrisy must end. Mukesh Khanna, the last word on this debate to you. Mukesh Khanna, please.
Arnab ji, do you remember a film called Diwar? If you remember a film called Diwar, जिसके अंदर अमिताभ बच्चन की जेब में 786 का एक बिल्ला रखते हैं यहाँ पर और गोली चलती है और वो बच जाता है। साहब किसी ने कोई ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं लिया कि why 786, why not Om? Why did not you put Om? See, हमारी फिल्मों में दिलीप साहब, यूसुफ भाई हिट हुए हैं, नौशाद साहब हिट हुए हैं, तीनों खान हिट हुए हैं, किसी ने आज तक डिवाइसिव नहीं कहा। अगर मुस्लिमों को अच्छी लाइट में दिखाओ तो खुश होते हैं, और अगर हम अच्छी रियलिटी की फिल्म शावा बनाते हैं, हम अगर कश्मीरी फाइल्स बनाते हैं, तो हम कम्युनल बन जाते हैं, हम डिवाइसिव बन जाते हैं। अरे हम आपको फैक्ट दिखा रहे हैं कि औरंगजेब ने जुल्म नहीं किया। Who is Rahman to tell us? Who is Rahman to tell us कि don't show?
फर्जी बात।
We are the sufferers.
फर्जी बात कर रहे हैं।
If he thinks that the Muslim is the victim, no साहब। हमारे यहाँ पर फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में कोई धर्म नहीं है। सब लोग चलते हैं, इसके अंदर कोई धर्म नहीं है। यहाँ सिर्फ कमर्शियल चलता है। आज रहमान नहीं चल रहा है तो वो बात कर रहा है।
करेक्ट।
हमारे यहाँ पर जो चलता है, खुश होता है, मिठाई खाता है, मलाई खाता है, हैप्पी।
Ladies and gentlemen, I think Rahman has overstepped, and Rahman cannot issue statements of 30 seconds and get away. I would like to invite AR Rahman, come on a debate. Let's have a discussion on what is pluralism and what is hypocrisy. At 9 o'clock tonight, it's not about negligence. The fact is, if there's going to be progress in this country, there's no point only talking about Trump and 8% growth. Does progress really reach the people? Progress for the people. When I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.